real talk. Real. I'm gonna read this. It's real. Good for you, Tennessee. What's up, Mama? Huh? What's up, Mama? You can't eat this. Yeah, it feels good. Like being able to. What's going on, brother? I know it's early and people. I talked to a couple people at work, so just gotta give it a little time. No rush. What's going on? You want to test out your Bibleness. I know. You don't have no sister or no brother around to fight and all that. Stay away from my Bibles. I got to take those here in a little bit. When I eat my only meal for the day, actually. 18 hours, yeah. What time is it? 9:26. Well, that's 17 hours since I had the last 8. It's supposed to be 12 and 12. we'll go 20 hours. Then I'll eat. And then 20 hours the next day. And then we'll stop on Wednesday. And then we'll eat 2 hours a day like I was doing. And then that's what I'll do. So what's cracking, fam? What's cracking? I'm about to drop some tea. I ain't gonna be all crazy and all that. It's not necessary. I was doing that just to keep people away. So we're just gonna wait. I'm not in no rush. You're busy, you can always come back and watch it later. I'm really like that today. Matter of fact, I've actually always been like that. But I'm about to give some business. Everything I've been talking about, nobody's discussed. But today I'm going to go in on a couple of individuals who like to share stuff with me, but they don't like the support. And we have one gentleman who's a little older. He should be very, very coy of himself. And he was going off about this, that, and other. And I already spoke about that. And I'm going to address that this morning as well. And I was surprised at all the people in there. And then he wants to share it. He wants me to come support him. But when I comment in his post, he wants to ignore it. No. So we got to drag people through the rough. I'm going to say his name. Because it needs to be done. Now, ancient nutrition, something I never purchased. I talked about it with somebody, and now it's on Facebook. Now, I just went through Instagram to get here. It's like my Facebook Lite. It's not even like where you can go live and nothing like that. I don't have Facebook, y'all. You see what I'm saying? These people are a trip. I mean, well, they have all my accounts. Accounts I couldn't even remember nothing. I forgot all about. They blocked me for like 90 days or so, 30, whatever the days. And I was like, man, bump y'all. I didn't care about it. That shows you how dumb they are. So what I do is, I go through Instagram, I hit the messenger, I go to people who I grew up with, I tap on their thing, I go to their page, I'm not gonna show the person, I go to their page, and I see their Facebook, I tap on that, or I get a notification, and I go into that, and I'm right on Facebook. It's Metaverse, they're the one and the same Facebook. And I'm like, where did these accounts come from? Like 3 other accounts on Facebook. I got rid of. I deleted the last one. It's still there. Information and everything. So I guess that's how important it is for the AI. I don't know. It's stupid. So we're at 10 minutes. We're gonna wait a few more minutes. I'm not in no rush. I got all day. And I'm gonna drop some tea. We're gonna put this down on 33. This is a little low. You know what I mean? It's Saturday. I know people have been drinking and partying. You know? Only time you might see me smoke some THC weed is with another woman or a couple of people. And drink with another person. If I'm be with myself moving around, nope. Might see me sip a couple of glasses of wine, and that's way more. And if I drink a bottle of wine, I'm hit. You know, there was a period in time. It's nothing but sugar. Anyway, like converts to glucose, you know. Anyway, I drink organic, but regardless, it spikes. It messes with your insulin. It spikes. You know, it messes you up. Anyway, when I was in my 20s and 30s, I could put down a 5th of tequila, drink a case of Budweiser, do shots, wild turkey. I don't even know how many, and then have a wife beater, Ike Turner, and before the Green Hawk became the Green Hawk, we didn't use hypnotic. We used grenadine. We made the same thing when I was in the military. And I would drink a whole one of those down at the beach and still don't even say nothing. And there were times when I drove for 40 minutes like that. I'm serious. I drank a whole, going to spring break Daytona and driving in a lowrider. My lowrider, right? I was out the military at that time. I drank a whole case of Boone's Farm. That's not bragging. That's how stupid I was. And someone said, but you was in the military as a youth. No, we'll address some of that. What I'm going to speak on this AM. And for those people who come over here who have a hard time dealing with the reality of history, I made y'all in the head too. I'm intermittent fasting. I'm still drinking no honey, no sugar whatsoever. I'm gonna say this right now. I am literally eating a paleo diet in between my intermittent fasting to redirect my testosterone. Now, regardless, even though I'm O positive, now O negative, they can just eat vegetables and fruits. They can eat a lot of messed up stuff and it doesn't affect them as bad. Now, O positive, most of my family's O negative, and there's a handful of us who are O positive, and that's like 2 generations where it changed. I told you, I got Chinese married in the family. Now, Chinese married in my family, they're darker than me. So don't get it twisted. They've been here for a long time. They don't even call themselves Chinese. Let's put it like that. Now, the Spanish that married in my family, darker than me. The Dutch, about my complexion, my 5th great grandfather, he was Dutch, but he wasn't Ashkenaz, and he was about Mama Tina's color, which is about almond. You know what I'm talking about? Like roasted almond, like that brown, but not so dark like coffee bean. And people sit there, and I got pictures, and everybody goes, he's Dutch. I'm like, I said, you better stop believing in history. But he was not Ashkenaz, he was Khazarian, like the real, like Khazarian. Prussia, you know, like found there by the Khazars, believed to be the ones that built the pyramids. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Every time I meet German people or Dutch, they go, yeah, my great-great-father, and his name was Henry Lucifer Schaus, and they go, hoi, hoi. I'm like, yeah, and they don't even know. Just like y'all didn't know. But anyway, we're gonna give it a few more minutes. Well, till I'm ready. T and a C. I couldn't put on there what I wanted to because I didn't want to be nasty. I made a memo. This is, have this tea and or have several mother seats, and I didn't want to use either one of them, so I thought I'd put something nice. Hey, what's up, Rep? Oh, it's gonna be a good one. We're gonna take our time. I hope nobody's in a rush. If you're in a rush, you can always come back and watch it later. I would love for you to stay because I'm really gonna beat on it. Let's listen to some good old country music. Well, it's instrumental. I'm gonna hurt some feelings, and I'm gonna show you in a very beautiful, poignant way. You ain't gotta all cuss and all that. Y'all know that. I just like to do that to drive certain people away. I can't stand a fool. And there's a lot of fools. I'm gonna put that tea bag as a compost. That right there, burdock, hickory root, dandelion is excellent for your plants. Even for plants that change during the season and then they come back during this, the proper season, so-called spring. It's good to turn, like with my lavender and stuff like that, I turn the soil and put the tea in eggshells. Oh, it's phenomenal. And today I'll be having from the chicken coops that I built that hold about 30. All the chicken that I had, because I've been away from them for you, have passed on, but they had many, the Jersey Reds, all of them anyway. And that time when I had chickens when I was on the Reds, I had about 30. Man, I had so many friggin' eggs. They were like, a few of them were popping out like, oh man, 25 to 30 eggs every day. He's got about 80. He's adding on to it. It was big enough to hold 120. And so I would always go over there, and I went over and visited him, and he gave me about 3 dozen eggs there in the fridge. So I'm gonna eat them raw. I'm gonna eat the whole shell and the egg. Just like that. When I was powerlifting, that's what I would do. Get the whole egg and eat it. But I was eating GMO eggs. I didn't know that. So this is different. I'm a vegan. I'm a vegetarian. But right now I'm changing my diet because of what I'm gonna talk about this AM. And I scope things around what is. You have to conform to what's going on and know the weight of which one is better compared to which one isn't. But I still eat more vegetables. I'm just not messing with a lot of fruit. Usually you see I have an orange. I love my bananas, but I have to make a change for a moment. Oh yeah, it's good. It's pure dandelion and barberry. It's bitter. It's the way you gotta have it. What's up? You want to play? I know you do. Yeah, let's go ahead and get it in. I can't do it. I can't wait no more. All right, it's gonna be informative. First, I want to go ahead and let's put it at 3696. First of all, I want to address something. In Oklahoma and on the East Coast, you have a lot of people playing us. And how do I feel about it? Well, I hate them. I hate these individuals. I detest them. I have no love for them. No, there's a reason why. I have hate. I don't most hate that if someone's to go down and if I were to see any of them, okay, now, and I don't want you to have hate in your heart. It's not in my heart. You need to remember what I've stated before. It's not based upon an emotion or a feeling. It's not. It's based on them being so out of order to believe that they could continue on. I don't care about no agendas. I don't care about the fact that people have gotten 2 and 3 jabby jabs and a whole bunch of boosters that when they decide to spike this 18 hertz for 3 consecutive charges to release those deadly viruses that were in those shots, it's not my problem because they lied. I've already talked to the ethers that it doesn't matter where they go. I don't care if they believe they're going to live 300-400 years. If the Lord and Savior, whatever they Messiah is going to take them with them, and that they die in the most painful, feeblest way, and they remember it for eternal. So Fauci, all of them, remember, and I don't advocate for violence. I am making a statement because I do real shit. I mean, that's how I move. And all those who got there, sit there with their little cows and their little long distance shooting, sharpshooters, brainwashed from the collusion or signed on, that just be more painful than those whose skin are filleted from them and they cut up alive, that their pain is more exuberant than that because they created this dichotomy. Now, who remembers in 1960s, around the 1970s, that's when the first processed, really heavy processed food started. You know, Swanson TV dinners. Remember those? That's and most of us only had a pop once every couple of weeks or whatever, maybe once a month. We didn't. Today, people drink pop like 2-3 times a day, and it's worse. High fructose corn syrup and all that. Back then, it was still with cane syrup and all that, and some of us even had a little bit of coca. You know what I mean, from the plant. Different, not harmful, because we weren't abusing it and we didn't know no better. It gave us a little rush, the natural caffeine from the plant and all that. So today, majority of the food is hyper processed. And what was stated by a certain individual in NIH 8 years ago, that processed food is not food. So every time you go out to a restaurant and you get a filet mignon, now me being a chef, I don't eat no meat at no restaurant, pretty much not even no carbs. I will get a salad at $5 or Olive Garden, and that's about the sum of it. And I might eat eggs, even bacon. Why did YouTube just go off like that? Is somebody logging into my YouTube account? Hold on, guys. Lenders successfully linked to this device, and you're going to be unlinked. Watch this. You see that? This is what these idiots over here do. They get these little routers and stuff, and I got to go in here and dismiss this idiot. And there's one of these guys working here who know that what they're doing. So let's go in here. Hold on. Hold on. Somebody's trying to hack my account. It's some idiot, and I got that on Whatchu too. And that's what I love. Here we go. There we go. Yep. Somebody logged in, hacking into my account. It's one of these little dumb idiots. Connect. That's how stupid they are. And they don't care. Maybe I'm some, they have suicide by cop. Well, maybe these people are suicidal too. And if they are, well, they don't have to worry. I don't sit there. I don't have to say their name. I don't need their face. But it shows you how dumb they are. I just literally just now. Because you stupid. Probably some fake Spaniard too. An Arab Spaniard, one of those. Anyway, let's get back to what I was saying. So the food is highly processed. Highly processed. Okay? And all these individuals doing these things, there will be a day when they can't wish, nor their cries, nor their tears, or their pain, nor their sorrows will be heard. Not even by those suffering around them. It will be as if it was all inside them. They don't get this. Because see, they're not, and all that they've been showed and flying around in their little black and walking around and on pills and not eating and processed, and they get to see the things that y'all don't, like as if it's important. There's no comeback. It's not even no worry for y'all to even worry about it. That's why I say let fear itself. All the things that certain individuals are doing down there, now cannibalizing each other in the cartels and murdering, they made a choice. I can't say no more than that, because if I did, they may stop. We need them idiots to continue doing the dumb shit they're doing. You don't have to believe me. I don't care. All right. So let me show you some pictures right quick. All right. Before I show you the pictures, let me read this. And I need you to, this is something I wrote up, okay? To you, my brothers and sisters, you are bound to this continent. This fictional government, along with their worthless sellout puppets, niggas, all don't matter the crayon colors, niggas, know that you cannot seek asylum in any other country. And the rest of the dumbed down earth, none of it. But they don't know how truly important you are, and therefore they are or will be destroyed as well. The fighting to which you see in the streets, no matter cities, suburbs, or the sticks, the boondocks, you still don't see the clarity of it, because you fight one another because you have absolutely no direction or discipline based upon natural order. Well, you know what I'm reading in some of these books, Arthur Kessler, the coup d'etat, the importance of going to every land, and that whole diaspora of change, the silent weapons of silent wars we're reading in William Cooper. What I'm doing is putting the puzzles together for you. And I wrote this, I wrote this, I don't know, I wrote this 12/11. So anyway, regardless of that, we're going to get to these pictures in a moment. Our people are so confused that even good information can still confuse, because when you're in a state of confusion, how can you come out of it if there's nobody to walk you through that confusion? To say, look, in order for you to come out of that confusion, you have to be the one to take that. Remember that old animation? Put one foot in front of the other. Abominable snowman. Abominable. Who do you think's been made abominable? See, everything is all out there in front of you. We can pick and choose whatever. Or you could be Mr. Freeze or Mr. Heat Miser. It's up to you. You burn at 0 below or 101 degrees above. I mean, most people have a hard time dealing with this and relegating it to relevance. In order to free oneself, it doesn't take. All right, we believe family are the people who we were born with. No, those are just blood relations. That's not family. Family does family things. They pay attention. They adhere to certain things. They look for principles and moral subjugation of self, not outside of self. You see what I'm saying? So you see the fake crown in England and the fake pope, black pope, right? They want you to be the subjects, but they subjugate you based upon a perversion and a lie. Your family has followed lead with that. And your family is not your family. They're just blood related. And some people say, but that's more important than anything. Aren't we all related? So what is family? Family are those who will walk and stride with you, not those who would subject you to the same lunacies and craziness that they would hold on to. I have biological. When I say that, I hate that word biological. I really do. I detest it, actually. Those who I was born in, I have brothers and sisters physical, like, okay? And aunts and uncles and who are just as lost as, and I'm wondering, how did they become lost? Well, if you're not paying attention to the times, then how can you not see? Weren't you just as lost? Weren't you as lost? Think about it. And there was a period of time I was lost even with the little knowledge I had. Because I committed myself to debauchery, to drinking like crazy. You know what I'm saying? To pouring myself out to women, even though I didn't sleep with a lot of them. You know, I was always looking for that one or two. It was still not the way. There was no woman. My great-grandmother was gone. My grandmother was busy, away from me, who I respect, who's gone now. And Big Mama had died long ago in the 70s. You see what I'm saying? Like, my great-grandma passed away in the 80s. About the night, well, yeah, she was 90, about 96. Born in 1880 something, whatever. My great uncles were born, you know, they were children. Uncle Teddy and Uncle C they were 115 and 14, right? In 1960s and the 70s. Well, that's how old they were, okay? Anyway. And my grandma, actually, I saw her go from keeping me from speaking the language my great grandma. That's why they weren't so close now. Because my great grandmother came up in the north in 1963. My family followed around 1964 and 65, a few. Because, you know, her father, my great grandmother's father, had killed 5 Pelskins and they locked him up in an asylum. I shared that with you guys. And because he was such a great chef, he got a weekend pass to go home, and on the trains, everybody knew him. Anything to degradize and to change the face of the autochthonous or the aborigines of this land. To systematic destruction. Now, the asylum wasn't an asylum. It was a totalitarian building, and it was a home. I always knew that. But see, if you don't know that and you grow up in this fake time, they're going to tell you and you're going to accept what they give you. And that's what we deal with. But how are they doing this now? So I want to get there. How are they doing that? Doing that now? Well, first of all your food, and I got to show you this. All your food, whether you believe it or not, all your food is deadly. Like I was saying about the steaks, the filet mignons, and all that. It's not really meat. It's animal parts that have been glued together. And I forget the name of the way, the process they do it. We knew it. When they say, you need a steak medium rare, blah, blah. And this stuff is actually literally glued together with something very unhealthy. And it looks like a steak. These people are very good at what they've done. And you wonder why you're unhealthy. And then you drinking and eating all that food that is genetically modified. Like these 7 foods right here can kill you. Green potatoes. You know to cut away the green, but perhaps what you don't know, because it's that right there, that green on that potato, is a neurotoxin. We're gonna get it. Look, you got to cut it away. But I always tell people, don't cut it away. You get rid of that or you plant it. Okay? Nutmeg. Are you aware that one nutmeg, if you was to eat that whole thing, because you remember nutmeg was used by dope fiends for a period of time, that give them that high feeling. If they had too much, they had respiratory ailments, and what you never see in the media or anything, or is all the people that died in the 60s, 70s, and 80s who were using nutmeg instead of that other crap that they were giving to people, you know, You can see in New York or whatever, where they go on the line, they get that cup, they would drink it. I forget what that stuff's called. Anyway, 8-year-old one time, I believe, had ate amount of what's called considered 2 nutmegs, and he died. Very, very, very poisonous, very toxic, cyanide related. Green raw almonds, the same thing. Like, I used to like eating raw almonds. Now, it takes a lot of them, though. It takes like a whole, like 55 grams. It takes a lot. But the problem is, it's still very toxic. The best way to have almonds is roasted. Okay? Because it kills off that cyanide or whatever it's called that's in there. Undercooked red kidney beans, people. If you're going to cook kidney beans as a chef, and I know a lot of people think they cook them, but I've seen a lot of people have diarrhea, be sick. Louisiana, the military, chili cook-offs. You have to boil them kidney beans for at least a half hour. And I mean, that means adding water, keeping the boil going, not slow cooking, not no pot. All them people, the ones I've seen get sick. Some of you might have gotten fortunate when you didn't get sick. Kidney beans have a very strong toxic, and it's from the arsenic that's sprayed on the old cotton fields, because they wanted us to stop producing the cotton, and they wanted us, everything was strategic so they could start growing this GMO corn, which later on they started adding GMO soy. See, so fermented soy is what I'm used to. Like, fermented soy is about the safest thing to eat, but as far as men, it raises your estrogen levels by a factor of 6. It creates it and raises it by a factor of 6. And so the kidney beans being grown has this arsenic that they were spraying that was unnecessary, because of the reversal, the inversion, because the people that were wanting to take over the land and stop us from producing healthy, and hemp too, and tobacco. Brown rice. If it ain't wild rice, stop eating brown rice, people. Brown rice is deadly. And most people don't get it because everything's very slow. It's neurological, messes you up, your vision, and your liver. Trust me, stop eating that crap. That is not normal. Brown rice is not normal, people. Wild rice is a whole different dialect. It's original rice. And we grew rice here on this land like ginger. When they have you, once you believe it's from Japan and China, which is nonsense. We cultivated it everywhere. You know how those people like to go and get those bloody burgers? You know, like hamburgers that are half cooked and they want them to see them red. I used to go and see people like restaurants where they have the burger on the grill. Yeah, I want mine bloody. Never do that. There are so many microbes. And see, first of all, the microbes on us and within us are natural. We don't want to kill them off. That's why it's not good to have a whole lot of alkalinization. Alkalinity is important. But then when you overdo it, you start destroying the things that are very important in your stomach, the things that go down in your esophagus with your cilia, that's on your tongue, you know, the cilia, all that's in your lungs, that absorbs oxygen, which is not really on your pores, but it's the major one, those little pockets that, you know what I mean? And the microbes that they're talking about will battle the microbes in you that cause your white blood cells to go to fight and not be able to deal with, you see what I'm saying? Be responsive. If I remember right, you can look it up, and it creates other problems, you know, heartworms and all that kind of, you know, the gut, what do you call it? Tapeworms and all that. We all know when you eat a cherry, first of all, even regular fruit, kiwi, bananas, strawberries, even tomatoes spike your blood sugar, fucks with your insulin, messes with your insulin, excuse my language, messes with your insulin. Yet that's temporary. The problem is, even that, if you're borderline diabetic or not, can have a serious issue with your liver and stuff. That's why it's important to have certain kind of fats. And most people will eat a whole bunch of different nuts. Men, eating every nut out there, especially sunflower seeds, stop. Brazil nuts, cool. Yet, Avocado is not going to replace all the natural fat you need. Our people used to eat all kind of stuff and still lived 112, 110 years old. It's the perversion of all the synthesized, genetically modified, and the thing was to get rid of you, but they don't care about harming their own to fulfill a pledge. And that's why it's important that I express this to you, and I would love to see a lot of pale skins wake up and realize this and stop being so adamantly stupid, stuck in a fake history and everything else, walking around with that fake privilege they have. When there's some those of us who look at them, and it don't matter how eloquent or how to educate and how they talk, we look at them as dumb. A lot of us look at y'all and we be seeing y'all, we're like, man, you ain't bright because you really don't know no truth. You're built upon the perdition. You're built upon the sacrilege and perdition. So those of us who know that, we don't see that which other people who you believe are beneath you. We look at you like you was the lowest of the low. Now I know some of you Pelicans have a hard time with that. And some of these Negroes who believe they're in the same way, like Slick Rick talking about some peasants. No, nigga, brother, you just showed me how low you went on the totem pole. Now on the totem pole, the lowest thing, show the bottom feeder, the bottom dweller, that which would do its best to sit upon the high and bring everything to the low. All right. So cherry pits. Not anybody's really eating no cherry pit, but there are people who eat cherries and they swallow the pit. Do you know what happens? Climatic cyanide or whatever that stuff's called. Your system breaks it down. That will kill you. Just those 7 things. There's thousands or more. I'm not going to get into all that. Okay? Now, what I wanted to show, and this is going to be very upsetting. Now, there were at least 12 pictures of this character. Okay? And y'all may know who I'm talking about. The fake word Cherokee. Me and Telly on the Costa Yoko Day, Darian Cheap Two Bears Ross used to crack up and laugh about it. Well, we use the word Cherokee. John Ross. And I'm going to show you an original picture of this cat. Okay? It's a small one. I got a bigger version. You see, I'm showing you this one. If I got to pull out the other ones to show you, I will. But John Ross, regardless of his hair being all straight, we know there's many Negroes, black and blue, green, who got straight hair, green, hazel, brown, blue eyes, and they did in the past as well. I could take my hair and wrap it or lay it down, and it pretty much, if I was put some damn grease or something in there or some bear grease, it looked the same way. Especially if I was to take a blow dryer and comb my hair, it'd be just a flapping, and that's not what it is. So let's show you the fake version. And this is how they changed the economy. This is the fake one. That one you saw was the original. This is the fake one. All right, now let's move ahead. Now, this is the one that's closely more related to a mongrel, and this is a fictional character. The individual, this is not even a real person that set in for this one. That is a fake, total fake, and they use this one more or less than the other one that looks like a Frenchman. Right here. They try to say this is the same one as that one, and it is not. You look back and say, I got some Civil War books to show you this idiot. He was on the side of the the Confederacy. But on the Union, but he was not no damn Cherokee fighting for the Confederacy. Now, you see how I went from the original drawing, and I'm going to show you the original drawing in a big one. All right? Let me show you the process of whiting out a picture. Okay? This is the original one, John Ross. This is the drawing of him. Because there are drawings of many individuals in the pale skins. They draw you, you look like you're pale. This is what Abe Lincoln looked like in his drawing that I have. But then when they want to change history, this is what they do with the very same picture. It's called templates. And I know you have a hard time dealing with that. It's not my problem. The original compared to the fictional. Who was in this money? Hey, what's going on? Navi. Oh, she didn't comment, but you saw in there? Okay. Oh, there she go. Okay. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? I think hey, what's going on, baby girl? What's going on? So I already had you up, Rondo. Anyway, so John Ross was not no Peckerwood pale skin. All right? Any pale skin that allude to be us is nothing but a Peckerwood. Now, even that whole name right there ain't what they are either. So I'm not gonna go into that. That's a whole nother wagon. Okay. Now, a dance of the Carolina Indians from John White's original in the Greensville collection of the British Museum. When you see this, from the British Museum, not the people playing us now. Not at all. Nowhere close nor nowhere near. At all. Let me pull this up. I told you I was going to take my time. I'm not in no rush to do any of this. And the funny part is, nobody wants to study the real treaties of 1830 to the 1860s. The Indian Removal Act, the thing that got my Lily Wooten and James Henry Wooten caught up, my ancestors, on the death walk, which later by the Zionist fucks who created all the problems in the first place. They're not even Zionists. The Ashkenazi motherfuckers, fake 13 tribe, who created all the shit you see going on. That my ancestors went on the death walk, and then Hollywood made this thing called the Trail of Tears. Bitch, that's not what the fuck it was called. It was called the Death March. Those who chose not to fight, men and women, old men, old women, and children. None of the warriors were there. They were still fucking y'all up. But those, and they were being led by niggas who were scouts and this, that, and the other, and from Europe, who would end up in the Caribbean or dead or whatever, all mixed in amongst us. So nobody wants to read that history. You dig what I'm saying? Nobody. All right? And there's a bunch of Indian treaties that have nothing to do with these motherfuckers here. Or them fake motherfuckers. You know what? Excuse my French. Them fake individuals, excuse me, in the Seminole Nation. I was just so pissed off when I saw these melanated mofos, these clowns. I think they went to them on purpose because they didn't know no better. Because I know the Seminoles and know they're the original indigenous people. Sitting there talking about these fraudulent fake motherfuckers. I don't even know how they got in that position. Talking about they gonna kick them out of the Seminole Nation. And then to see these old begrudged little melanated half-wits running around like there wasn't no slaves that came there and joined the Seminole Nation. That was them damn pale skins or them half-breed children that came and joined the Seminole Nation who wore indentured, who wore slaves off of them dang boats. But they weren't from no damn 16, 14, and 17. That's all made up lies. The majority of pale skins came in the goddamn 1800s, and we're talking about in the mid and latter. The majority. Chopping trees down over here, big, grand, great trees, and making boats left and right. We were building them. They only tell you the truth of that history. They got to keep some false, fake white superiority up. And the funny thing is, Africa is bigger than China and Russia. How come nobody's paying attention to none of these truths? China ain't big. China's as big as here. So is Russia. But see, y'all want to keep believing in these liars. And then y'all want to listen to, I love my boy Baba Rashid, but last night he went off, either he had a drink or something. All that anger and rage, and you ain't prepared. The people all sitting up there, rah, rah, rah. You ain't trained. You don't know what it takes to fight certain individuals. Because you in Louisiana don't mean a damn thing. Like them niggas in Texas don't mean a damn thing. Now, they are brothers and sisters who train together. And I mean, you don't get the training they do. And a lot of y'all just think y'all some bad Billie Jean, and y'all not. Y'all don't get it. And I know I talk about the triggering effect and everything, but a lot of y'all ain't built for the triggering because a lot of y'all like to follow a lot of mouth people that do this. Now, maybe once upon a time they may have. Y'all keep giving all your money over here and over there. You don't know how to keep it within because you keep following these bastard ass fake rappers who have been changed and monopolized since the 90s and the 90s, yeah, mostly the 90s and the year 2000, have been tripped the fuck up, fantasized and everything else, but y'all still following them. Y'all still like, I don't know what's going on with this worshiping these worthless ass niggas. Fuck a T.I. Fuck all them goofies. They ain't worth nothing. All them little young rappers out of shit. Fuck all them little goofies, man. You know why I say that? Because I'm tired of them running around being something they not. Excuse my language, but now I got to say this. All I'm talking about southern rap my ass. Kiss my behind. Y'all allowed homosexuality to go off the damn chart, man. So y'all could just with all that. But you have this cat sitting here, Baba Roston, and he wants to sit up there and go on his tirade last night, and they ain't going to accomplish or get nothing done but get a whole bunch of folk that when they all, half of them probably jabbed up anyway, half of them when they die, what he gonna do? They gonna come knock on his door, hey Baba, and get rid of his goofy ass, just like all these little sisters and people coming here know they ain't doing the right thing, being quiet, but you want to come in my video, but you don't know how to hit me up a message, say, yo, man, my apologies. I'm talking about female right now. You don't even know how to say my apologies. You don't know how to make your correction, but you want to sit there talking like there's some hate and stuff. No, what it is I'm tired of stupid people running around who don't know how to base themselves on the truth, who allow themselves to be gifted in and further create more deception through deception and division. And I've had enough of all that. All this hate about the pale skin, that's what Baba Roshan, who's on that. It's the niggas you need to worry about, Baba Roshan. You ain't making them better and you ain't educating them. The other ones, they ain't a problem. There's something that you can see. You know where that's at. The thing is, how are you going to free them up if you want to keep beating people in the head? See, mamas don't know what they doing. A lot of people got these YouTube channels and they all running around and they don't know what they doing. They just keep professing hate. They don't see. I got this ain't even a tenth of the books I have to help some of my pale skin brothers and sisters know the truth of history. All right, 6 books. I got a whole ton of them. The thing is, I'm not here. I'm here to see people start bettering themselves up and wanting themselves up, becoming better people than being redundantly stupid, caught up in the system of lies. Now, if I speak on certain situation or certain whatever or certain I'm gonna speak on basis of what I know. Doesn't mean that it's everything. It's on what I know. And you better believe I've walked the walk. See, a lot of people didn't walk the walk. They might have lived a certain life that's foul, but they believe they can use that as an explanative to be able to talk the talk. The talk is out because they didn't walk it. They didn't walk the talk, they speak it. See, there's a difference here. Not only did I get beat up by my family member or elders because of the language I was being taught when daughter and mama was in a disagreement because of the times, having an older uncle who knew it, who would just tell me, shh, and then going around the world and being able to express it, and everybody around the world in the 80s accepted it because they knew it as well. Now we see a world that is dumbed down because of situational awareness is gone, dilapidated. We're dealing with the inconsistencies of inconsideration for the truth. Everything out of order. Why would somebody want to establish a new world order? Because they feel like they've cut everybody away from the natural cloth of order. See, what is so hard to understand about that? Why is it that people think they're so smart and so intellectually acceptable, should be intellectually acceptable when they're not even intelligent based upon natural order? When it's there with them, but they've accepted the lies and everything else. Like, make it make sense. But everybody's going to see this little goofy cotton head staff right here, these little young knuckleheads. They don't even know what they're doing to themselves or the field they really playing in. I give little warnings to benefit and help them. But no. Not my problem. Trust me on this one. In every state, They have centers and things being built that have been built that are empty. And let me tell you something. They will be occupied. By the very likes of the individuals who believe that you will be under them. And some of you. And trust me when I tell you this. Now, those who are doing it, I can't say too much. There's no wish for them. There's no wish. I can't sit there and say they wish they would have. There's nothing they can do. There's nothing they can do. It's going to be millions. I can't even say I don't know a number to show how much bad it's going to be for them. Those people out there killing all them young people, carving people up. Every one of those individuals. There's nowhere to hide. There's nowhere to run. Listen. For you people running around because of the chemical lobotomies and the castration and the heightening of other things and the decisions you make because you want to be dead. Listen, you better fight that. Because let me tell you something, man. When I said we go back to the source, do you think that the source needs all of us to come back corrupted? I can't say if we all go back and we sit there looking and going, wow, that's the choices we made. It's not like that. I can say that much. It's all these people in these places cannibalizing blood, this, that, pineal, all that stuff's real. That's real. They're following something. Do you think these Ashkenazis were that smart to do what they've done and get this far? No, it had to play out. They weren't that smart. They were being led by something. But they've been fools, the whole lot of them. I had people talking about, oh man, I'm a Muslim, I don't eat pork. Yeah, you eating all that. 99.9% of chicken is jacked. It's farmed, synthetically raised. 99.9% of chicken. That's why y'all so goofed in the head. And then the beef. I've seen a number of y'all in restaurants buying some of the most processed steaks I've ever seen in my life. And I'd be like, yo, fam, don't eat that. Oh, man, I get it all the time. I'm good, man. It's beef. I just don't want no pork. It's safer to eat the pig than it is definitely the chicken. And big time better than that damn beef. See, and none of them are any good to eat. Pork don't raise your damn blood pressure, people. You know what raises your blood pressure, messes with your heart? Sugar. Nitrates. And nitrites. I'm not telling you run around and start eating a whole bunch of pork. What I'm telling you a fact. Your bodies have been so corrupted that everything that's happening in the world is because of that. So far from natural order, so processed and so toxic. You are what you eat. Remember the original food pyramid? It is not the one that they put in these schools. They convince our people instead of a flat plane of earth with a sun and moon, the right sides to do the beautiful things in order, they want you to believe in gravity. They want you to believe in this ball that's perfectly round. The Tyler Gillespie said, oh, it's like an oval. The nonsense that they continue to push, and there's not one true map other than ancient topography that shows a flat earth. At one time with green all around, and then at another point, some hundreds of years later, with nothing but white. I read books to share, to give you a better direction, to focus. That way you may be able to pull up more information and help to enlighten and even bring stuff back to me. But the problem is, none of you are doing that. Some of y'all want to believe that you know what I know. I'm telling you, you don't know what I know. And I'm not saying that to be bigger and better, so we can knock you, so we don't hurt your little egos. You need to get rid of them little goofy egos. You need to kill them. That's why y'all feel that way, intrepid, and you don't even get it. When I say chemical lobotomy, I don't mean that you're not who you are. I'm saying that you can't process function of thought properly. See, we could eat fruit all day and vegetables all day without worrying about insulin spikes and this, that, and the other. And the problem is they've incorporated so much synthetic stuff and chemicals, and literally these bioengineers and these scientists have screwed everybody up so bad that you can't do that. I had to take a good look with knowledge I had, and I says, you know what? I can walk into a black closet and shine bright. I don't think you know how to. I'm gonna leave that at that. But I also says, well, if I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, I have to mitigate a change, because this is no different from y'all's. There's a difference in here, but this is no different from y'all's. Somebody said yesterday to me, it says, James, why are you walking like that? I says, is it important? I says, do you really care? And I wasn't being smart or nothing. It's like, well, I was just, see, you don't really care because you wouldn't have acted that way. You were being observant, and you watch me when I don't watch you. I would have came over, do you need some help? And you would have let me know, and then I would have been like, okay, without the drama. See, I'm walking around on my foot fine right now. It's still a little sore. It's not the first rodeo. I had to change up some things because I knew the acid buildup, regardless of alkalinization, I had to change up some things because I kicked my toe, flipping my cat off, wanting to attack my toe. He almost tried it last night, but he looked at my toe and he looked at I was looking at him. I was laying down that way facing north. I was looking at him in the dark. I could see very well. It's funny anyway. And he looked at me. He can't see that I'm looking at him. Cats can't really see that well, especially in front of him. He looks at my toe, puts his nose to my toe, feet don't stink. Anyway, that's liver problems. If your toes stink, if you got cracking on your feet, you got little bumps and stuff around your ankle right here, that means blood flow. That's liver. Get some natural, stop eating butter, stop eating plant-based fake butter. Go get you some real ghee. That's a healthy fat, like the avocado. Eat you some goddamn pork rinds. Is the worst. Crackling is the worst thing in the world unless you make it. Get you some goddamn no nitrate, what you call natural boar's belly, or and get some collard greens and mustard greens and turnip greens. Or get you some turkey neck bones and some damn black beans and some pinto beans. Make the correlation, the correction. Leave the rice alone. You don't need no sugars, no starches. Trust me on this. And drink plenty of water and lemon water if you can. I drink lime for the alkalinization along with avocado. Get your greens in. Leave kale the fuck alone unless you're going to do it with cabbage and you're going to poach it. That means put it in a colander and steam it. And then season it with spicy peppers. I don't care if it's jalapenos, the hottest jalapeno. Me, I hit mine with cayenne and real ginger root. Stop eating wasabi. There is no real wasabi. Even the wasabi that I had in Japan was fake. I don't eat wasabi. Wasabi is nothing but green. It's nothing but horseradish with this green algae and this other stuff. That's all it is. It's not even real wasabi because it's hard to grow. When they grate it, it only lasts for 5 freaking minutes. Real wasabi. I've had real wasabi as a chef. Japanese guy in New York whipped it up. We ate it. We was like, God, dog, that ain't nothing like. Trust me, people. I got plenty of tea. You ain't got to come over here and like nothing. You can go and check it out and find out if you don't want to support a brother. Because I'm here for everybody. It sounds like I might talk like I hate this, that. No. I want to weed out the weak. I want to bring in the good. The best of people. And a lot of us are far from what we may believe good is, but the best of us can outdo the rest of us. And I ain't talking about in a phenomenal, like sportsman, bad conduct way. I'm talking about what needs to be applied. And that's just the reality of it. Drink some water before I have this tea. This is still a little charcoaly. I do that because of the fluoride, and it'll gather in the bottom like two of the other ones did. The way I make my charcoal, it'll gather, which is happening just a little bit, but I need to actually run this through there one more time because I got to change the charcoal up. But it's for the few. And it's sad to say it. I mean, the majority could wake up. But even the story of Nineveh, they all repented. And it turned around and got destroyed anyway. And Nineveh is a real place. You can still see the scorch marks, but there was a whole lot of places destroyed. And I don't think it was by what people think. I think it was something else. So, as someone commented and says, do you believe in God? I says, well, if you was paying attention, instead of being a hater and like and support and go back and watch my videos, I'm going to tell you like this again. I did the etymology to the word and the phenomenon of God. And it alludes to a physical being. It has nothing to do with the creator of creation. It says, to divide and separate my people from that truth was the most important thing of these behemoth. And they even wrote in the Bible, they call themselves the synagogue of Satan, and nobody even pays attention because everybody else wants to be what they don't even know nothing about. And then when you start reading books based upon real writings of the very same people themselves, who their own people murder, they have an issue because it doesn't make them comfortable. Well, my pale skin brothers, I'm not here to make you comfortable in your fucking lie. You wayward, goofy Negroes, I don't care about your fake religion and how you, because you don't like me because I said something about this religion. I don't give a damn where you fake Jehovah Witnesses. You don't even know the words you're using and where they come from. You're worshiping something and giving energy to something that ain't going to do you no good. But you're too stupid in your false sense of being pragmatic. And you refuse to see that. In your own Bibles, for you idiot, you imbeciles that call yourselves Christians, it tells you the tribe of Levi is the ones to pay tithes to him, but it's not tithes. It's what's left over for them to keep tally on. That's what Ashkenazis get the idea for a bank. You aware of that? Them fake motherfuckers. And then they send it out to everybody, and they make sure that everybody's got the equal partition. But y'all so corrupt, you don't even get it. But regardless of all that, of course I believe in something greater. But it's not for me to worry. I don't worry about that. I worry about you false individuals running around in your little makeup and mascara that seems to be running and bleeding all the day and every day. You know, when I walk around, I'm looking at people's faces, I don't see the makeup. I don't see the plastic. We got sisters right now getting all their teeth taken out, getting implants, getting these white things, don't even know that they cut their lives in half. Getting false breasts, BBLs, talking about I took the fat from my stomach and put it in my butt as natural. No, it's not. All you had to do was change your diet. Let yourself think. Let yourself breathe. Look for something other than what you've been used to. You got all these simp-ass simp women. I can't call them queens, simp women, complaining about the men when they wet. Well, look at the boy you turning out. That's all recent. Ever since the 85, since the 80s, all the women having children been having some good ones come out, but they've been having less than children born out of order. I don't say that with hate. I say that with pain. No matter what you want to believe. I remember hearing this old Navajo guy and this Hopi guy who was sitting drinking over by Bosch's in Tuba City. And they said, I remember going over to the school in Page. And there's always we have different words for pale skin, but well, the Hopi says, the pasty boys, that's what he said. They was always trying to get in our pants. And it's still the same today. They turned a lot of these Navajos out over the last 25, 30 something years, especially with the meth drugs and the going over to hang out, the gay daddies and stuff. Oh, I know some stories over here. It ain't no different from where I grew up at. It's a sick thing. But thank goodness there's many who ain't about that. And they haven't allowed this food that raises your estrogen levels. Men, yeah, that's why you got to really pay attention to what you eat. If you don't want to grow it, and grow greens, grow onions, grow those bitters. Bitters are the best things for you. Grow some yams and some yams. Forget the sweet potatoes, forget the potatoes. That's survival food. Grow you some yams. Get them while you can. Cut them in half. Put them in the thing. Get the water going. Put your pots and everything in your home. If you ain't got a place under the ground or somewhere, you don't know where there's a cave at that you can go and keep digging and working in and nobody comes by. Stack your ammo up. Make sure you got about 4 or 5 individuals who ain't chumps. Don't want to be stuck in it.
Spam. Nonprofit.
Yeah, anyway, nonprofit that. Okay? Make the correlation for change. Better yourself. You don't have to eat all day. Everything that we believe is a lie. And stop taking them damn protein powders, people. Stop it. Them things is the worst things on the planet. I should know. Trust me. Now, I do use spirulina. Especially blue algae one. And I know exactly the people where it's coming from because I know them. I saw how they were doing it. So I always kept in them, hey, I need some of that spirulina, the blue algae one. Oh, we got you, Red. I buy 2 and they send me 6. I'm still on the second one after 5 years. Every once in a while. And cassava. I like cassava. I like that. I'll cut it back though. I won't do 2 a day. I'll have 1 every 3 days for the minerals because I like to drink Pellegrino mineral water. I got to go pick up some today. So I'll pick up like 4 or 5 and I'll sip on that for 2 days. Not overdoing it. You get a headache, especially if you don't have a way to test your blood. I can draw my own blood. I did it when I was in the Navy. Girl kept sticking me, bruising me up. I took a needle and she watched me and I stuck it in my arm. I used to have to hit my father when he hit that coke shit. And all right, there we go. Because you got to know how to move when my vein is because I got rollers. They're not spiders, they're not whatever and all that, but I got rollers because I was a power lifter. And she pulled back and said, oh, you hit the vein. Yeah, I just know where they at. They mine. That's why I got into the medical field. I was reading all those books my grandma had. She had the dummy arm and everything, you know. When before I even went to high school. She was a candy striper at once. She retired as a nurse at 82. So I know that everything that's going on in this world is not only backwards, it's upside down. And if you don't want to believe that, if you can't see that, I can't. There's nothing I can do for you. You believe being angry and your emotions and feelings are going to solve the problems? It's not going to get it done. I watched Barbara Russian last night and I was live, and I couldn't watch the whole thing, man. I watched enough, though, to know that he was just riling everybody up, and he can't do a damn thing. He didn't have the camera facing him. Had looking out in the lot. I was like, well, maybe he done typed one over. And it upset me. I like the brother. I like a lot of y'all. You make mistakes, and instead of making correction or taking correction, there's nothing I can do about that, though. I can only speak on what you need to do for self. So I walked out today and saw the same person. Right? I wasn't done. That's why I got to do it this way. And saw me walking, taking garbage to the thing, walking fine. It's none of their business whether it's fine or not. It's not for them to conceptualize whether my toe is healed or not. My toe is going to be my toe. I've got to deal with it. Now, if I want everybody if they're watching that much, and I guess they feel like that's an advantage. I would be the first to go. I guess what y'all say, there's air and opportunity. Be like a frog. I cut my toe off to whoop somebody's behind. See, that's what y'all don't get. I'm not being vile. I'm not pushing that. I'm being dead ass serious. I would literally, with a machete, cut it off just to get it in if it was hampering me. I'm gonna leave that alone. Oh, I know you see it. I'm still gonna my vitamin C. I don't believe in no pills. The pills you see I'm taking are plant-based. I press my own. Dehydrator, not hard, people. You just hold it for a minute or whatever, and it was very, very minute heat. Most of them you don't have to do that. And that compression and that little thing, if you change it around, it presses it, and you got a pill. And it's the right milligrams, the measurement, everything. Some of my pills are very thin. You know, like this right here. This is the only one that I don't make, and this is called niacin, B3. Okay, that I get. All right. Actually, I have like 5 bottles of it, which I don't take it all often because 500 milligrams make you flush and feel a little itchy and red. That means you're getting it. That means that it's really working. As long as you got something in your stomach, never take it on your stomach, you'll hate it. This one right here, I pressed this. I pressed this about a month ago. I pressed about 250 of them. It took a lot. It cost me about $175. This is made in the press. There's nothing on it. Nothing written on it. This is mine. This right here. Do you know what that's from? It's a vegetable plant. It's a vegetable-based cellulose. You gotta put it, you gotta grind it. There's a lot of work. You gotta put it through a sieve. And then on the thing, you gotta make sure, because it's the same plug like that I use for my soldering iron, and it doesn't get that hot. It's just the pressure, and when the two touch, it kind of makes it seal. So you could put a I'm telling you what you could do, people. Like you could put this cellulose spray on just hit it real quick, and so it's wet like water. Pour your stuff in there and close it real quick. And what happens is it heats up, but you got to be careful. You got to know what you're doing. All right. And when you're pressing it, you got to hold it down because it goes in when it presses. So you don't have to worry about the powder being all clumped up because you don't be retarded. Then you can't get the right seal. Just put the right amount that's in the little spoon thing. You pour it in there in the little funnel. It hits in there. And then you take it, you pull it down. You ain't got to rush, and you hold it for about 50, 60 seconds. And you just do that for everyone. I ain't doing nothing, so if I ain't working on a model or drawing or reading, I'm gonna push out 20, 30 pills, 20, 30, 40 minutes, do it the next day, the same thing. And this is what it turned out. So it's like to help my cartilage. It's got a little vitamin C in there too. So, yeah. The vitamin C, same thing. Take the orange rind, just like you're making zest, and you dry it, dehydrate it, you dry it, you crumble it up into a powder, and it pretty much looks like white. You take that and mix it with that peptide, cellulose stuff, whatever, it's plant-based. It's not even about the measurement. You just take the amount that you know that needs to go with this gram and this quarter gram, you mix it together, you stir it up real good, run it through the sieve a couple of times. It's all going to go through. It's all mixed up perfect. And then you start get your little thing, your little plastic funnel. You pour it into the thing. Pop the pills out. You just keep doing it. Not complicated, people. Yo, Mike, what's cracking? What's going on, fam? You just popped up. I don't know who else came in because people come and leave. You know, they're bored. They want to see crazy stuff. I'm not going to do crazy. But I just wanted to share this stuff. So any of the persons that have a hard time dealing with the fact of fake history compared to real history, they don't know why we're in the position. A lot of our people, my people are in the position they are because there's a lot of betrayers. There's a lot of false individuals walking around like us. There's a lot. Some of them actually may be very, very, very related to us as far as that diaspora of origin, but they're lost in time because of what happened to them in the beginning. A lot of our ancestors in the ancient times all over the earth were killed off, died off, amalgamated out. Here was the last place because this is where the original war started. And for them to come here, they were very testing. They had to see. And so they're very wayward. They have become compelled to be very perverse, and they have made the worst decision. Now, everything that has happened, they don't get what's coming back. I don't care about that. Them, whatever you want to believe, it doesn't matter to me. Some would say, why don't you say what it is? It's not for me to. It is for you to know yourself. You want to believe in everything the enemy is giving you, but you don't want to do the work. You don't want to do the work. You don't have self-appreciation or self-love. Forget the word love. You don't have order. Order is bigger than love. Are you aware that love cannot exist if there was no order? Nothing wrong with making mistakes. We're in a time and effigy of mistakes. Mistakes are permanent because we're so disconnected from order, but order is still here. My Pelskin brothers, I got enough books that can rival. Oh, we don't need the Pope with his lying self. He ain't gonna like where he going. He may think he like where he going. I'm going out there. I'm being clear air and food. I'm open. I'm gonna rejuvenation. I'm going no. And oh, they're gonna clone me and oh my goodness, they so foolish. That's not how it works. I can't speak on nothing else about that. Anywho, I'm going to come back in a couple hours. I got to eat. What time? What's the? We say ambient. What's the time? 10:38. So I'm gonna eat here at about 11. I ate 4 o'clock yesterday, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's 8 hours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 18 hours. It's supposed to be 12 and 12. So I'm gonna wait 19 hours before I have this next meal, and then I'll eat tomorrow, probably at about 4 instead of at 11 or 12. And then after I eat, then I'm come back. And I'm not gonna eat until I'm serious, y'all. It's just, you gotta push yourself. You gotta allow yourself to exist. Let me take a sip of this tea. This is dandelion, murdoch, and baba root. It's only 8 ounces. This is my Yeti's 8 can hold 10, so it only comes to here. The Yeti over there that holds 12 ounces. This is Yeti too. I like my Yetis. It keeps everything cold for a long time and hot. With the magnet top, I love that magnet. I love to take it. Sometimes I rub it on my temples. No, just shut up. But anyway, I want to go Jerome and see if they got the copper ones. But anywho, I don't even drink that all that. Just drink enough. We got to take care of our prostate, brothers, sisters. We got to take care of y'all, and you've got to feed us. And I don't care if a mother marries a pale skin. I don't care if a sister. It's the fake etymology of life's lessons that go behind it, and then the pursuit of hatred. That is what I detest. So when a sister marries a pale skin because she gave up on the brothers, you's a weak, you's a simp, you's no good. It's not about that. It's about all of us coming together and stopping all the craziness. And some people have a hard time with that. Somebody said, but didn't you say about segregate? I says, I would love to segregate with a handful of you mothers so I can sit y'all down and show y'all some things, and that way you can go out from there. No, I couldn't have everybody because I can't trust everybody. It's just no way. If I get 10 of you in front of me, you'd be surprised. I might not say nothing to you, but you best believe I'm aware. Don't have to believe me. We got one now that probably feels like, but it is what it is. Like I said, not everything can be put out there. Not everything can be breached or crossed over, this, that, and other. Some people believe in the fake fictional world they live in because of their perversion. They believe that it's comfortable for them. You know what? Damn, I got to put my toe. I'm getting comfortable because I'm about to shut it down anyway. But anywho, some people believe in the lie they're involved with. I mean, seriously. I mean, you might think I'm joking, right? But trust me on this. Some people believe in the lie they're involved with. I'm here to tell you, and let them be. Somebody says, why do you use Shootaloo, right? I said, because it's a very good gun oil. And I says, well, why do you use the one that you use, the CP, what you call it? And he says, well, I've used it all my life. So I said, you've been lied to all your life too. So do you still stand by that lie? Is there something wrong with trying something new that may bring you back around to something a little better? I says, you know what? There's nothing wrong with trying things every once in a while. And I ain't talking about stepping out of your comfort zone. I'm not telling the sisters to go be with pale skins. I'm not telling some pale skins to go run and be with some. What I'm saying is we need to put that away, because before the 1940s, that was not a problem. That was not the issue. The Ashkenazi believed they made us weak. They believed that they diluted our blood, because we didn't do that in our past. We stayed with our own because of who we were, based upon Hebraism. Who we were, we stayed with ourselves because we knew that if we were ever to be enveloped into the false consciousness of lies, that we would die away. We are still the most unmixed people. Some people say, but you got Chinese and man, we were on all lands. Who came back? Who came to who? First of all, the Ashkenazis wouldn't marry no melanated person in Africa. So-called Africa. I hate that word. They toiled with a few in Ethiopia, but certain groups and bands in Ethiopia. There's certain groups they won't mess with over there. You don't believe me? Do the research. They did their best to kill off the most of them, especially Sicily, Palermo, and Italy. But Sicily, they held on and fought back, and whoops, Italy's all them bones up under that fake Vatican. Well, who do you think those bones are, and why? Y'all don't have a clue about the history of the truth. Boy, y'all don't know. They wanted y'all to believe dungeons were over in England, but they were everywhere, even here. But they weren't dungeons here or there first. They housed great things at the higher points. They housed bells. But y'all don't have a clue, do you? I wish y'all can turn to some of those people listening to all the foolishness out there and bring them over. Because I am getting to a point where, even though I'm grateful for the subscribers, I appreciate y'all and I love y'all dearly, I can't rush it. I know something, but I have other stories to tell, man. You know? And people on YouTube don't realize that they're doing, and this is what the purpose, they're doing rolling notifications. So they're going to tap your notification. They're going to just they're going to not unsubscribe you, but they have been doing that lately. That's a new thing. But they're turning the notifications on, and that shows you their cowardice. That shows you how weak they are. That shows you that you would think it's a test for the AI, right? To learn, to shut everything down so nobody can see things. That could be part of it, but that's not what it is. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. There's so much more. I want to come back after I get something to eat. Then I'm gonna get my reading in. So yes, we're gonna start it off this AM. We're gonna start it off with George Jones, and we're gonna do the Black Abraham Africanus I. But we're gonna go back to George Jones and original. I decided to go ahead and read it because I've been reading this at night, and man, y'all, this is the one. This is one of many. I love being able to come across historical books that are going to be relevant and yeah, this is ancient America. But you got to remember though, there's some things that are questionable. I didn't get that far, and I'm doing my best not to bend it like that. Excuse me. But because some of you might come back for the first time in a while, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start right from the beginning again. Original history of ancient America. book the first in chapter 1. Okay, we're going to take it right. I'm not going to go through preface and all that. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and we'll Abraham Africanus 1, and then we'll take a break. I got to run and get, like I said, pick up what I got to pick up, and then we'll come back and we'll read the rest of those books so we can get to the heaven bearers and see where the young sister and her son and daughter and her estranged, supposed to have been lover with this fight with the heaven bearers is going. All right. So I appreciate everybody coming in. I'm still not gonna stop buying books. So you people are welcome to throw $2 and $5. I'm not begging it. I am a book fiend. And Sue hit me with 50 the other day before yesterday, and I jumped on this book. That's a leather. I can't wait to get it. It's an old book. Anyway, when I get it, I may show it. All right, hopefully it ain't jacked up. It's an original old book, and I added the other came to like $100 and something. Anyway, I went ahead and got it right off the bat. Donate. I'm gonna buy this. I've got a whole slew of books I want to get to read to you guys. I've got a bunch I'm still gonna read. I don't want to ever stop reading. I might get to the point where I stop discussing certain things. If I ever tell the story that needs to be told, I hope I don't. It may scare some people, but what it is. I don't care. It needs to be done. So, yeah, that's what the Cashapp's there. I put the little thing, you scan it. I'm not asking for you to throw $10 and $20 and $40. You can hit me with $5, $2. It doesn't matter. It's not like there's a million people on here. Come on. It's not gonna make me rich. My fiat bank account is fine. It's so we chip in together. I read for you. All right. So the books are not just mine; they belong to everybody. You might say that's kind of crazy, but no, that's who we were. The problem with our people is we pay and help everybody else for a service that's not really a service, only to themselves. You don't see the Chinese; they won't even hire you. You don't see the Russians; you don't even want you coming in their restaurants and stuff. You look. Our people are the biggest, consumers, and we don't even know how to stick with each other and help each other. And here I'm willing to read to you, and not just read, but to break certain things down. You don't have to believe them. I'm here to point you in certain directions, and you might find others. There have been tons of people who have found stuff that people who come and watch my videos and they go and do lives, they don't give me credit. I don't want the credit. I don't own any. What I'm saying is these books are not just mine when you help me purchase them. They belong to you, and I'm going to read every one of them. As long as I got breath in this physical, and I'm here and you're here, I'm going to read these books, and I'm going to do my best breakdown, or maybe I might just pick up some books and read them through and through, the fluidity. Okay? Like I do, I speak a few languages. I'm not going to say how many, because it seems like somebody felt like I was bragging. I was like, that ego just got the best of them. They feel like they're self-alienation. And I'm practicing all the time, and I get confused. When I go online, one of the classes to hold a conversation, sometimes I put words from another language, and that's because I'm damn near 60, so it's like, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate the donations. Get some more views over here. Like I said, when I started collecting revenue from them, and being very coy and cautious as well, without beating people up too much, then I'll be like, hey, look, I'm purchasing these books. If you want to donate, though, and they will go to other, because I like to give to St. Jude, and I like to give to Sloan Kettering, place I used to take my service dog. I'll make donations with that to those, because I believe in I don't believe in St. Jude. I believe in the children more than anything. I used to visit them twice a month with Charisma in New York, Delaware, Philly. I used to, regardless of knowing how the children got that way, I couldn't allow my anger at the corporations, the monopoly, to take my focus away from having the kids feel wonderful. So I still don't. Some people have seen when I used to be on Facebook, that fake birthday holiday come around, and my thing was St. Jude or Sloan Kettering, or the Wounded Warriors, which I'm a big donator to. So when if I start getting royalties from this platform, and I'll just buy the books and just read them to you. But right now, it's not the case. I still have bills, people, and I still believe that, we got to be safe. So, like I said, when you help me buy these books, they're ours, literally. Yeah, I have them here. Me, nobody else can take them or anything, and they go into somebody else's hands who will do the same thing. So, yeah, I'm not too big of a liar, so I appreciate it, and I respect you all. I love y'all, But I'm gonna get off of here because I'm hungry, and you know how it is when you're hungry. It's like I gotta sit down and breathe and get the thought off my head. Even my food's already prepped. It's already prepped. I just gotta take it out. I'll pop it in the oven, let it heat up a little bit. Hit it with some fresh ghee because it's paleo. It's strictly paleo for the next 2 days. I did the fruits and vegetables and Cashapp, right? The last 3 days. And this is paleo. Yesterday I had 4 eggs. And then I'm going to have 4 eggs, avocado. I'm having avocado and 2 stalks of celery with a lot of turmeric. I'm just telling y'all what it is, and paprika and raw garlic on it. That's it. Paleo usually means with none of that stuff, but I like the seasonings. They're good for your gut. I like to keep the microbes within me healthy and flourishing. I like the certain temperature. The avocado's at room temperature, so it's natural. It's the whole avocado. And that's going to be it until tomorrow. And I've got lemon water right over there in my black igloo. I made this AM. I haven't even sipped on that yet because I wanted to have the tea in regular water, charcoal infused water, which you'll see at the bottom, the charcoal will start grabbing anything that's still in there. Which is what I like. It does it every time because I use a lot of charcoal and I don't do a lot of great filtering. Charcoal ain't nothing wrong with swallowing some charcoal. Trust me. But anyway, like I said, I love y'all, my beautiful sisters and my brothers who came over. Any of those you knew. I just wanted to share some tea with you in the beginning and then speak on some things because, and excuse me for actually cursing. I was not going to do it, but some things do rival me. They churn my gears. But I appreciate everybody coming in. I shot you out. I know a few of y'all came in, and I know some people just like to hear a lot of foolishness, and I can't do all the foolishness. I can't do it. I can't do the fake youth and the fake arrogant, ignorant brothers and sisters running around like they some tough people or something, and they're not ready for what's coming. They're not built for it. They're just not built for it. And they're still going to be listening to these people with this false premonition, this false hope, and everything else, riling people up, doesn't get nothing done. If you are that angry and that hostile, and you don't know how to push people away that need to be pushed away, and hold people to be content with the content you have, and you shouldn't be talking. So who all came up here? I know a lot of people stopped in and gone. You see, I know I got you, girl. Navi, what's going on? Bahaba Bell. Where's Bahaba Bell? Y'all, she ain't comment. Oh, okay. Just gonna come up in here. Rhonda, what's going on, beloved brother? That's like the drawing of I took a look. Yeah, and it's yes. All of them been jacked up. Just white it out. Shakira, I love you. What's going on? How you doing? Appreciate you. Yes, ghee. I used to get regular butter, and then you have it. Look, I'm a chef, right? I got this little thing I put all the butter in and melt it. That's top stuff that you see that come up the top. The ghee be the real clear stuff. Yeah, that's what I. But then goodbye, Mikey Hill. What's cracking, family? Yeah, it's old. This old hat of mine. Equator 7 was cracking, family. Well, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off, man. I appreciate everybody coming in. I respect number mad love to you all. I gotta do something right quick. Let me hold on. No. I hit the wrong thing. Excuse me. Okay, there we go. All right, you're good. All right, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. I'm probably gonna. What time is it again? I don't. I don't want to keep the time around me, and I hate keeping all these electronic devices around me too. I'm actually gonna put them all over there, way away from. They say 22 centimeters. Nah, I keep some 6 to 7 feet. Even the phone, I keep it away from me. I think I'm gonna wait till about. All right, it's 10:57. It'll be 11 o'clock. So I'm gonna run out and check the post office just to see if anything might have came in through today, because the trucks still run through. They don't pan out no mail and stuff like that. And so I'm gonna eat at 2 o'clock. So I'm gonna eat right before I come back on. So I'll set everything up. It'll be set up. You get the notification to notify you. I'm gonna set it up right now when I get off. And by 1:45, 2 o'clock, I'm gonna go ahead and eat, and I'm gonna get ready to read. I'll probably be looking like I got, because my stomach ain't that big, y'all, right now. My stomach, usually your stomach is as big as your fist. You know what I'm saying? Your stomach is as big as your fist. No, seriously. And we've been eating enough to like 3 fists, and that's not good. No sugar, no flours, no grain. Do you know what they mean by grain? Like rice and certain seeds and stuff like that. Seeds are very toxic. Trust me on this one, all right? But anyway, I'll talk more about that stuff always. So I appreciate you guys coming in. You know I can talk forever, so love y'all, and I'll holler at y'all later, all right?